back on today. Thought I'd do a quick evening shot. We have some nice weather out here in California. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of rain tonight, which is kind of rare for us. But one thing I want to give you right up front is a quick little tip. I'm trying to always give a little tip with these vertical lives I'm making. So one of the tips I want to give you right now, and I know I've talked about this in other videos, but I know everyone hasn't seen it. What I want to talk about is headshots. When you're new, you're just starting, or sometimes when you get a new representative, you may get a new manager, you may get a new agent, and they see you as a certain way, and they may want you to get new headshots. It might not be because the headshots you have that they called you in for aren't good. They may see you as a different type of character that they can promote, that they can pitch, that they can sell. That's what it is. A manager or an agent is trying to sell your acting talent. So they have to be comfortable with the content headshots that you give them. So you may have good headshots. You may have headshots that have worked for you in the past, but they may need something different. So it's not always a bad thing, because the number one thing too, they have to be comfortable with the headshots that they're sending out. So you want to, as you're just starting with them, if you've done your research and this agent is verifiable, this agent is legit, he or she hasn't asked you for any upfront money, they haven't told you to go to their acting school, none of the scam stuff that I tell you to be wary of, and they seem like they're on the up and up, but they want you to get new headshots and maybe update your resume. Do it. You don't have to go to a real expensive headshot photographer. You can pay somewhere for somebody good. I say a good, talented headshot photographer should be somewhere between $200 to $400 for a full session. And when I say a full session, you get a bunch of looks, maybe 5 to 6 looks. And what a look is a change of wardrobe, and most likely shirts or tops if you're a woman. We're not concerned, obviously, we're not shooting your body, but mainly shooting what you see of me right now, from here up, and they want to show both shoulders. So you're getting a headshot. You may be able to change your shirt or your top 4 or 5 times, so that's a different look. So keep that in mind. And again, with the headshots, you want to look at the photographer's website. You want to see their samples. If they don't have any samples online that you like, don't go to them. They have to have samples of actors and actresses' headshots. I'm not talking about a portrait photographer or someone who shoots high school photos, or definitely stay away from those glamour shots at the mall. None of that is a professional. What you should do first, if you're not familiar with what a professional acting or actress's headshot looks like, go online, do a Google search, and don't look for stars. Look for sample of beginning actors' headshot and resume. So that's what you want to look for: beginning actors' headshot and resume. You're not trying to replicate, famous actors' looks or whatever they do. Famous actors are established; they can do whatever kind of shots they want. You want a professional-looking headshot and resume for an actor or an actress who's just starting out. So get familiar with what they're supposed to look like. The photographers you're approaching in your area, find out if they've done it before. Try to get them on the phone and talk to them. Exchange emails. And also, again, like I always say in these videos, if you can find someone who's worked with them in the past for a reference, referrals, look at their work. So that's just a quick little tip: headshots and resume. Like I said, I always like to come on here now. I'm changing up my operating, operation doing these vertical lives. I love doing these vertical lives because I can get on here and I can talk about something that I'm interested in at the moment. I just decided to talk about headshots right before I jumped on here. So I like to make sure I give you the tip right up front. So what I'm going to talk about now before I close out today, I'm just going to do a quick hit with you today. Make sure you visit my website, take a look at some of my content. I have a bunch of playlists with a lot of content now. I've been working on this for a while, and I'm slowly moving towards monetization. The thing I'm working on now is getting myself over that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'm getting really close. The watch hours. I need you guys to help me out. Take a look at some of my videos, watch through them, see what you like, share it. I need to build up my watch hours. I talk about acting, directing, and editing. But I also start to talk about how artificial intelligence is a tool that we can use in our creative endeavors. I'm kind of hooked on it now. I use it a lot. I run it. I have that paid version of ChatGPT, and I love it. It keeps my writing sharp. It makes me think about what I want to say and say it correctly. So I love it. I'm getting hooked on it, obviously, and that's what they want. They want us to get hooked, so we need them. We can't live without them, and it's working, unfortunately. But so go ahead and check out the channel. Check out some of my content. Please look at some of those playlists. I have a bunch of playlists on there. I've just been in contact with another talented actor who's also a comedian, and him and I are in talks about him coming on, joining the channel, and doing some content with me. So that's going to be exciting. That's what I've been looking for. I've already had I already have a few people I'm collaborating with. You can find those on my channel too. Vic, the comic, he's been doing a lot of stuff. I have another actress who's on there. You'll notice some of her stuff. And I have a number of actors who work with a client of mine who is an acting teacher. So I have a number of their projects on there. So I'm doing a collaboration. I'm doing like I want. I want to create a channel here in YouTube where you can go and see entertaining content, humorous. Most of it's going to be humorous. That's what I'm leading towards. No politics, no trying to sell you anything, no trying to tell you how to make it on YouTube. That's not what this is for. There's enough of that all over our YouTube universe of people trying to sell you their lesson plans and their gimmicks and their schemes on how you can make it. I did a whole video about that. I don't want to go down that alley again. But so you guys have a nice evening. I'd like to thank you for stopping by. And one last thing I want to say, Sundays at noon, Pacific time, Los Angeles time, California time, I try to do, and I've been doing it pretty consistently, I try to do a question and answer. It's horizontal video, and you come on and I'll answer your questions. This Sunday, I'm going to be here at noon, Pacific time, California time, wherever you are, if you can join me. And if you're working on a specific project, that's a good time to join me, because that's exactly what I like to talk about. I like to give you tips, or if you just want somebody to bounce ideas off, creative ideas. That's what my live show is about. You to get to know me to get to know you, what you're working on. If I can offer any advice, one thing I always have a lot of is what not to do, because I've made a lot of mistakes over the past 34 years in this business. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. YouTube has given me a brand new lease on life as far as creative endeavors. I love the fact that I can get on here and I can talk about what I like. I can share my knowledge with you guys, and it's really helps me actually. Gets it all out of the noggin and gets it out there to people who might want to see it. And I know there are some people who want to see it because a lot of you guys are watching my stuff. So I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep going. I'm all in on YouTube. All right. You have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow, sometime probably in the morning or in the afternoon. Have a nice evening.